All right. Test, test,
Test.
test, test. OpenAI, more AI stories out here. There's a new text-to-video model called Sora, S-O-R-A. So this is AI programming, right? It's been teased recently by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. So it's able to generate hyper-realistic footage of anything users can imagine. So there's some teaser trailers you can find online for this series. So one was something along the lines of somebody said, a movie about a stunt man or just something like that, and it immediately showed a pretty realistic looking. It looked like a real person in some type of a movie trailer or something like that. So it's got a lot of buzz out there, and some people are, when some new AI technology is launched, you certainly get a lot of people saying, well, this is going to be the end of Hollywood or this or that, because they could use this technology to replace, actors and different things. And other people are saying, not really. The technology is not yet quite that sophisticated. It's not nearly enough to completely replace people, but it certainly could be used as enhancements and different things. One thing that was interesting was Tyler Perry announced that his studio, this is from the Hollywood Reporter, his studio put on hold an $800 million expansion due to AI advancements. And he noted Sora by name. So observing this technology slowed him down to do whatever he was doing on this whatever expansion. So probably not the only one, but he was certainly one of the first ones to come out openly and make a statement officially there. So I did try to pull this up. It doesn't look like it's yet available to the public, but apparently that'll be coming pretty soon here. So if you've not heard of it, if you haven't seen it, I go check it out. Just look up Sora online, and you'll get different stories, and you can see the teaser trailer. And like a lot of AI, apparently there's definitely things, if you take a look at, that are, not all the videos are pristine. Like when you do the picture generation, it's not perfect. You always get some odd things in the background.
We don't want it
extra
to
appendages,
be perfect, right? Like we don't want it. It will be, and that's why it's scary. But we don't want it to be perfect. That's where we get into real big trouble.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to watch just hard fucking core Bert and Ernie porn.
Yeah,
that's where I'm going.
Probably
with this.
The technology is good enough to get a good version of that now. I think
you can get some of that.
Absolutely. I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I mean, those two are just gonna fuck.
It's not fucking. They're portraying love. Like Nick Offerman said, they're portraying.
Not the way they're gonna do it.
Hard love.
Hard love.
So is this technology?
I think Hard Love should be the name of the episode.
Hard love.
Hard love.
Absolutely.
Hard love. There we go. So does this technology, is it something, do you think it's going to have, negative impacts on the movie business, television business? Is it still too soon to tell? Is it just going to make it
No, they just had a strike about
somehow?
it.
Go ahead.
They just had a strike about it. They signed the contract.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no. It was so much more about that. No, there was so much more about that.
You're right. It can't use their writing. It can't use their writing to learn.
Right. So, and again, like you said, it will help enhance. Mm-hmm. But we've said it before on this podcast. AI is never going to be able to replace that human, emotional heart type element. That's what it will always be lacking. I mean, it's most perfect. You're still just there'll be just something missing, and that's the human spirit of it. But beyond that, even now, they've signed contracts. They can't. The studios aren't going to get themselves in shit by doing that. And then every year, not every year, but whatever contracts come up, it will always. There's never going to be a point where the studios go, "Fuck you guys, we're just going to do AI. We don't need you anymore." It's never going to happen. Right. So I'm not afraid of it, and I don't think they should be either, because we have, at least for now, they have set rules and borders for stuff like this.
Yeah, it does say here that OpenAI stated in a blog post that the text-to-video model will reject text inputs that ask it to generate celebrity likenesses. So if you're trying to ask for a specific celebrity, it will not let you. I guess not. I would think that'd be
we're not exactly celebrities. Can it be Nick and Brian?
You don't want to watch that video. That.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Just
a formal request to convincingidiots@gmail.com.
That's right. Patreon, we can.
Our OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Nick, what do you think about this technology? Is it alarming to you? Too soon to tell? Do you care?
I don't. I tend to agree, at least with Dean, on the Hollywood aspect of it. That does not concern me. I do feel that there is that kind of. I don't know, but there's one part of my brain that goes, yeah, there's that human element, yada yada. But like, if you didn't know, would you be able to tell? You know what I mean? Like, I think it'd be one of those things where, like, if you knew it was AI, you'd be like, you can tell it's AI because it's like a placebo thing. But like, would you be able to tell if en masse things were generated by AI and the technology was good enough? Who knows? I don't know. But I do tend to think, because acting is an art form, and there's that kind of artists supporting each other, and I mean, certainly studios can be greedy and I mean, who knows what could happen, but I tend to think that in the Hollywood aspect, no, it's not alarming at all. I think it's, like Dean said, it could probably be used to enhance some things, but I think there will always be an appreciation for the human element in the arts in that space. It's other areas of life that AI will ultimately cause major problems, but
I see what you're about to...
I mean, it's just, like, we're going to get to a point to where they can, you can generate it to make things, make people, you can visually see and hear someone say or do something that they just didn't do that was generated by AI.
You're going to have somebody put together an AI of Joe Biden going, "I just killed a puppy and ate it."
Right.
Fuck America. You know what I mean? And
then everybody on
out
Facebook
that is,
on their groups
there will be
like, "Oh my God."
Yeah. There's going to be a sect of people that go ape shit about it because they are not smart enough to not know it's
I'm going to say fake. Already, certainly in the political sense, like, we're in an age where misinformation is a big problem, and people's their own truth that exists in their head is what they've decided is all they need, and there doesn't need to be any credible source behind it or anything, and everything's a conspiracy. So, not to get too far down that rabbit hole, but that's the area that AI will. I mean, that's going to fuck.
That's the scary part. But Nick, I don't want people to think that I'm just going to shit on like right-wing people. There are plenty of dumb left-wing people that would hear a video of Donald Trump, a video of Donald Trump pissing on, Abraham Lincoln's grave that AI concocted, and there would be a plenty of fucking idiot left-wing people. So I'm not saying left or right. I'm saying they're just, as a society, there's way too many dumb people that will believe this, and it could be used on both sides. Will one side probably use it more than the other? Yeah, probably. But it's possible on both sides. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Yes, but in the Hollywood sense, I think you're looking at a much further down. I mean, that would take longer to trickle into, I don't know. I just don't think that's as much of an issue there. And like you said, with the negotiations they just had and the strike and everything, they're safeguarded from that for a while.
There's money and lawyers involved.
Sure. Yeah. So, but I think it's okay for now. No big concerns. Brian?
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with the likenesses and all of that. I think that if you're in the CGI industry and maybe something along that line, maybe you start to get a little bit worried about some of that. It's not yet good enough to replace, full-blown CGI, movie, of course. It's just not there yet.
Right.
But certainly there are maybe some scenes and some different things that it may start to do to take over certain parts of the movie to cut down costs. So there's definitely going to be some impacts in the movie and television industry, but I just don't see it from the the acting or actor perspective, at least not yet. Unless they decide that someday they're going to start to generate, maybe the new version of like this is a AI actor, and that's who it is. It's not even a real person.
Right. It's like a creative player on a sports game. It's just like, now we've drafted this person, and now this is who like.
Friend's fellow child.
Is that different? Isn't that what Shrek is without Mike Myers' voice? Isn't that what Woody is from Toy Story without Tom Hanks? I mean, aren't those characters essentially that? They're created. I mean, yes, they're voiced by famous people.
They're avatars.
But you could easily, if you started a new one, if you made a Minions movie that had all original characters in it or something like that, couldn't you make those all AI generated people and not pay someone for them?
Sure. And even now there might be some. People are probably talking about this and trying to develop something. Like, you could find clips and short videos on TikTok and other places now where it's very weird and strange videos where you could easily tell that this is AI, but it's sort of a weird, surrealistic thing, and horrific in some respects. There could be some elements to that where maybe they put, they start to develop some of this stuff here where it's clearly AI and it's not real, but it is weird and horrifying in some respects. So, yeah, we'll see. Something will be coming. I would think sooner than later. Like, it's AI, but it's just
If I get my AI video, it's going to be one of you that's coming.
There you go.
Perhaps both.
Well,
if done right.
That's right. Gen X Brian here. Zennial Dean. Millennial Nick. If you like our stuff, give us a like and subscribe, and we may just send you a Polaroid of Millennial Nick's feet.